Okay. Hey, Jen. One sec while I'm just doing a bunch of other things at the same time. Okay, so, from where we last left off. I'm not on the lid. Hold on. I just said that I was dealing with something. Can you guys hear me? Hello? Just mic test. Can you hear me? Okay, just wanted to make sure. Yeah, I figured, because the mic itself is staticky. I need to get myself new gaming headphones. Like, probably the official headphones for this game. Anyways. Right, so continuing where we left off, Gosetsu, we found Gosetsu and Yotsuyu, but Yotsuyu, now dubbed Tsuyu, is, you know, has amnesia. Is it still bad, or can you still hear me? Alright, good. As Tansui says, we should move on. It would not do for Yotsuyu to be seen here. Now, if I know my sister, she will already be waiting with the boat at the nearby pier. Let's go and see if I'm right. Of course it does break here and there. Then just give me a sec. Okay, can you hear me better now? There we go. Alright, good. I don't know what was up with that. But yeah, right now, you're seeing Mary. I'm not part of the adventure, currently, Not yet, at least. But currently I am practicing as a conjurer and eventually turn into a white mage the next time I join them. Lore-wise, currently. Gosetsu, thank the gods you're safe. It was all I could do to watch the battle from afar. And it was all I could do to restrain her. Can you blame me for worrying? Strong as Marion Luxurious is, anything could happen in those... Oh, wow, forgot about the auto. Anything could happen in the chaos. But enough about me. We need to talk about her. Right. The former, governor of, Doma. Greetings? You tell me you've lost your memory, and that's fine. But I want you to know something. I won't be taking my eyes off you. Not for a moment. These people are strange. Are you sure they're your friends? I am. They may behave strangely, but I trust them with my life. You have naught to fear. Alright, if you say so. Yeah, Yugiri is heavily conflicted. Right, 'tis past time we set sail. I for one would not keep Lord Hien waiting without due cause. Aye, and the longer we tarry, the more we risk inviting trouble. Lest you forget, the Red Kojin bear no love for Yotsuyu either. I shall deliver you to familiar shores, near Isari, but out of the villager's sight. So, for a little bit of context for Zuki. What? How would you go about it considering she was a monster, but this technically isn't her? True, but not only that, a little bit of context for Zuki. So, Yotsuyu, before she got amnesia, used to be the tyrannical, governor of an oppressed Doma, which is technically where we are at. Oh, in Othard. We're technically in Othard. So, that's... yeah. Over here, technically in the map we're around here, technically. And this is Doma. Technically, Yotsuyu used to work for Golemald to, how do I say this? To oppress Doma, basically. But in the liberation of Doma, to drive the Garleans out, Yotsuyu lost her memory. And her and Gosetsu had been lost out at sea because they both survived, technically, the demolition of Doma Castle. Yeah. Yeah, they had a castle dropped on them. Here is where we part ways, my friends. I pray the remainder of your journey passes uneventfully. Mary, when you are not otherwise occupied, I would speak with you about my next business venture. It promises to be extremely lucrative, and I do not say so lightly. After the prodigious sum spent acquiring a certain sword, it will present a fine opportunity to refill the Scion's coffers and restore the smile to Mistress Tataru's face. Oh, come along. Tataru was overreacting. How much could a single katana possibly cost? Far more than you think, plainly. A blade like Gosetsu's is worth a fortune, enough to buy a house and furnish it. Which you would know had you bothered to check the price. What? I had no idea. This business venture of Soroban's. You'll give it fair hearing, I trust? He has been good to us after all. As for me, I think I should look into drawing upon my personal funds. Alphino is panicking now. Yeah, Alphino is now panicking. He now understands the. Another time, Sue. Our path to. Oh wait, what? Are we going to that village? They might have Dango. Oh no, she cannot go to that village. They'd hang her by her neck. I'll be surprised if Tatsu doesn't hit him. Another time, Suyu. Our path takes us in a different direction. He's absolutely mortified, isn't he? Well, maybe he'll think twice before making his next grand gesture. If he ever missed an opportunity to show me how much more mature and responsible he is, I'd sympathize. I mean, I do, to a point, but that doesn't mean I'm going to let him forget this. I confess, I have never had much cause to consider the state of my personal finances. Until now. Confound it. She only found of Dangles. Oh, that's because her mind kind of regressed to being a child, and she had to relearn vocabulary from, you know, her time with Gosetsu. So, yeah. Elation and trepidation. We must meet with Lord Hien as soon as possible, though mayhap not at the Enclave. He is so fucked. Is precisely my thoughts. Remember, I'm not here to see this. I will send word requesting that he receive us at the House of the Fierce, where there are fewer prying eyes. If all are in agreement, I shall scout ahead and see that the way is clear. Pray follow as swiftly as you are able to join me on the outskirts of Namai. Mary had to be dying. Oh, Mary was enjoying every bit of it. She was still, like... She was enjoying life a bit more, but let's just say she was still down in the dumps because of Horsefant. Horsefant is also looking... Oh, I already know about Discord. I already know. I've seen what you sent me. Alright, so I'm not going to be able to see chat for a bit because I'm having to restart my computer for something important. I'm watching Star Wars The Old Republic, especially the family stronger than... Yeah. Okay. Bad. Alright. I didn't see what Jin said right after Zuki, but I'll check it out another time. All is well? Oh my gosh, let's restart anyways. Good, the others are hiding nearby. Let us proceed, quietly, if you please. Oh boy. Here we go at the Enclave. And here's Lord Hien. Please, voice acting.
My Lord Hien, I am returned.
Oh, thank fuck.
Save your tears for the morrow. For we who yet walk the path should not think too much on the destination. When the hour arrives, we shall welcome what comes with open arms. And welcome it you did, even as the keep fell down around us. At that moment, in your smile, I spied a shred of hope. One which I have clung to ever since. Gosetsu, full glad am I to see you alive and well.
We have played this scene before, have we not? Though this time our roles are reversed.
That is true.
They are.
The roles are reversed right now.
Meaning you know how I feel. Wholly at a loss for words. Welcome back, old friend.
Hey, I'm happy for them.
Now then, though we rejoice at your return, it seems you have brought with you certain complications.
Certain complications is crazy.
Rise, my friend. Tell me everything. The Empire is bold indeed to send a token force to engage the Confederacy.
As acting Viceroy, Yotsuyu would have been privy to Imperial secrets. The Garleans will not soon give up the chase.
Nay, it will end with her capture, or her death.
Alright, I can see the chat now.
Are you a friend, too?
She claims to have lost her memory, though I know not if she speaks true. I brought her here that you might decide her fate.
Lost her memory, you say? Regardless, the people have not forgotten. Her face yet haunts their dreams. She cannot roam free. We will hold her here for a time. Place her in Jufia's care, with the express instruction that she is not to be seen.
Yes, my lord. Come.
No, I don't want to. Don't let her take me away!
It's all right, Tsuyu. I will come with you. Be a good girl, and listen to Yugiri.
Yugiri quite literally had to restrain herself from attacking outright.
From a hound at his throat to a puppy at his heel. If this is an act, it is a remarkable performance.
How quickly the roles have reversed. Thank you for delivering Gosetsu back to us in one piece. We are lucky indeed to have friends who would journey to the other side of the world to help us, and repeatedly at that. We have much and more to think upon. But as regards the Empire, we can but watch and wait. Now then, seeing as you come all this way, you must allow me to show you around the Enclave. I would not have you thinking we've been idle in your absence. The rebuilding effort proceeds apace. I am pleased to say, and we are now ready to welcome home our countrymen who were displaced by the war. Should they so desire it, there is a place here for those who fled to Eorzea. We should be delighted to accept your invitation, Lord Hien, and I have no doubt that your subjects at Revenant's Toll will be heartened to hear that their lord has not forgotten them. Oh, it's nothing. I just thought that Gosetsu and Yugiri will be back by now. Well, there they are. Forgive me, my lord, but Captain Jifuya is nowhere to be found. Oh? He was here when I arrived. For now, we have taken Yotsuyu to a private chamber and assigned another to watch over her, my lord. But I find it passing strange that the captain should leave his post with nary a word. That does seem most unusual. If you mean to look for the man, we would be happy to assist you. We should be glad of the help. While I search without, mayhap you could ask our soldiers here if they know anything. I will join you. With respect, my lord. You should remain here. Should the Empire move against us, you will be better able to coordinate our response. Huh. In there I was thinking I was in charge. But you have the right of it. Go on then. I will mind the house. Probably. I hope not. You seek the captain. He passed by a little while ago. I wondered if I should tell someone as it happens. He did not look well, you see. I asked if aught was the matter, and he told me the past had caught up with him. But I doubt it was that. There are older men in our ranks. The past had caught up with him. Captain Jufia. He was headed for the northern entrance when I saw him last. I was going to invite him to train with us, but he did not hear me call out to him. If you need him, I dare say the sentry on duty will be able to tell you more, indeed. Indeed, I suggested as much to Mistress Alice when she came asking earlier. Is something amiss? Oh. I see the trail led you here as well. This man says he saw Jufia leave. Aye, the captain went outside some bells ago, and looking quite unwell, I'm sorry to say. This I mentioned to Lord Gosetsu, who straight away struck out after him. I hope they will be alright. Gosetsu too. Seems everyone is bent on joining the search. That's all well and good, but someone has to stay behind. There's no telling what the Empire is plotting. You go on, Mary. Alphonse and I shall hold the fort. Jufia. What's going on with him?
By the Kami! Your Lord Ian! Leave me! Leave me, I beg of you. Say nothing of this. I was never here.
Huh.
There you are.
Lady Yugiri, Lord, forgive me my abrupt disappearance.
You have your reasons, I am sure. Will you not share them?
Seems like you were wrong, Jin.
I was her master when she was yet a courtesan.
Oh.
By the Kami.
She worked in my establishment. Her father was a regular client of mine. One day, quite without preamble, he offered to sell her to me. Yeah, she may be no maiden, he said, but she has some use left in her.
Wow.
He sold her short. When I first beheld her, I was struck by her beauty. And yet, behind her eyes there was an emptiness. It was as if she had given up on life. She seemed more a doll than a woman. It was no profession for her. But I knew she would be popular. And so it proved. Men flocked to drown themselves in that cold, bottomless gaze. The rest you know. She became an Imperial informant, and for her loyal service won the office of Acting Viceroy.
Well, you came to serve the Liberation Front.
I'm not breathing down my mic.
'Tis said that the atrocities Yotsuyu committed were driven by vengeance. If so, I bear part of the blame for creating the monster she became. Joining the front was meant to be my atonement. But the truth is, I am a coward, whose only thought was to escape her wrath. Then as now.
I see. Then I shall recommend that you be assigned to a new post. I trust you have no objections, Yugiri?
None. It would not do to leave Yotsuyu in his care.
I am in your debt.
In a way, he could have accepted a
Who is it that you
position.
seek to protect, Gosetsu?
Dama? Or Yosu?
Idle musings.
Yotsuyu.
Pray, pay me no mind.
In a way, Jifia could have atoned by trying to at least think about like caring for her as instructed, because technically she is a child now. Forgive me. Now's not the time for brooding. Come, let us rejoin the others. I thank you for your help in the search. Gosetsu has told me all that transpired. I would not presume to defend the life Jifia led before he joined the front. Nor will I condemn it. Frankly, it is not my place to judge. I will only say this. Jifia, I know, has ever been a man of courage. That he should feel driven to flee bespeaks the depth of his terror. Even now, Yotsuyu casts a shadow over the realm. But the question of what is to be done with her must wait. The Empire is on the move once more. Storm on the horizon. Excuse me. While you were out searching for Jifia, we received word from our shinobi allies. An Imperial airship has been sighted over Doman soil. Our visitor's objective remains unclear. Maybe another attempt to recover Yotsuyu, or a prelude to an invasion. Either way, the craft reportedly advances at speed, and appears bound for Castrum Fluminus. I mean to go there and ascertain their intent. If we ride out in force, it will only end one way, so we shall keep our numbers to a minimum. You agree, Mary? Can I count on you? Yes, my lord. Alise and I would fain play our part as well. We will not stand idly by while a common foe threatens the lands of our friends and allies. We would be glad of the help. You are acquainted with Hakuro, I believe. Then I bid you seek him out and assist in maintaining order in the Enclave. When the people see an Imperial airship, they are liable to panic. I would have you reassure them, and should it come to it, aid in their evacuation. Very well. We shall depart at once. Do take care. What of me, my lord? The Empire may well be after Yotsuyu. You are to remain here and guard her until my return. As you wish. Pray, stay close to Mary and Yugiri. Well, well. Guard duty and not a breath of protest. Now I have seen it all. To Castrum Fluminus, then. Let us find out what the Empire's game is. In a way, it's... how should I say this? Gosetsu has changed a little from certain revelations. I guess you could call it. But to me, it's a bit of, it's a bit of character suffering, in my eyes. Reason why I say a bit of... it's not really character development, more like change in, well, his duties and what he's capable of. Because Gosetsu used to be a very capable warrior. A very powerful one. It's just that from his injuries, he can no longer be that. Doma is ill-equipped to deal with an aerial offensive. Should the Empire be so minded, Zayla's flying mounts would be our only hope. The area is secure. Whatever our visitors' purpose, they plainly believe they can achieve it alone. The craft should come into view at any moment. Let us await them inside the castrum. Oh, right. Shit. Oh boy. What?
A smoke signal? Thoughts, Yugiri?
In former times, such signals were used to announce the coming of an emissary of peace. In Doma, at least. But could that truly be their intent?
Oh boy.
Who can say?
I'll never forget this guy.
Whatever they want, we cannot simply blast them out of the sky. Not when they were so gracious as to honor one of our cherished traditions. I would not have it said that we Domans want for propriety.
Then I shall go and reconnoiter.
Jin, are you still here?
Nay, that won't be necessary. We will meet them openly. I would welcome this student of Doman history in person, whomsoever he or she may be.
As you wish, my lord. I shall arrange for a signal of our own to be
From
fired in
one to
answer.
bullet to the skull, how bad? How's about we just say it leads to a primal summoning? And here he is.
Well, that we should be received by the Lord of Doma himself.
So he...
I but afford an emissary of peace the courtesy he is due. Welcome to Doma, my lord.
Ah, where are my manners? I am Asahi Sus Brutus, Ambassador Plenipotentiary of Garlemald.
What? I'm sorry, what? All I see are just a bunch of symbols and fucker at the end.
He is heir to the Naiuri clan, and Yotsu's stepbrother.
Oh, boy. Yotsuyu's stepbrother. I forgot that they were related.
It seems I need not introduce myself, not in the presence of the famed Yugiri Mistwalker. Your skills as a shinobi are known far and wide, my lady. It is true. The former acting viceroy is my sister. Yet, bonds of kinship aside, we have precious little in common. As will soon become plain, I come not to sow strife,
Of course.
but to end it.
Of course it's a censorship joke.
I am of the Populares, a collective which represents the interests of the common man. Long have we labored to bring about reform to the Empire's provincial policy. Happily for us, our master acknowledges the need for change. Indeed, His Radiance, Emperor Varys Zos Galvus, personally sanctioned this mission, granting me the authority to speak with his voice. To negotiate peace with Dorma.
Well then, we have much to discuss.
I kid you not. I kid you not. When Mary told me about meeting this guy for the first time, she wanted to drive her sword right in between his head. Right into his neck.
Will you accompany me to my hall?
Gladly, my lord.
Oh boy. We shall escort our guests across the river to the Enclave. You agree? Pray go on ahead to the Yuzuka Manor docks and see that the ferries are ready. Hey, you guys want to know something funny? You remember this place? The place where, you know, we fought, where... Jin, you remember where we fought Xenos? It was literally right out here. Yeah. Well, guess what? Guess what kind of people occupy this place? Well, I mean, I'm not one to speak a lie, but yes. More fish fuckers. Yeah. Yeah, that's the funny part about these guys. They're just here. They just occupy this place now. I have read much about the architecture and geology of Doma. Words do not do it justice. Such scenes of devastation greeted us on our journey here. the bitter wages of war. Upon disembarking, we will proceed directly to my hall, where we may enjoy some privacy. Well, here we go. Lord Hien and I will accompany the Imperial delegation on the first ferry. When you are ready, speak with the boatman and join us on the other side. I wish to fortune. Where's my breading and cooking oil? In any case, guys, ready to see the Doman Enclave now? Because you saw it before when, you know, we liberated Doma. It was a giant mess and a bunch of ruins. Take a look. A lot of it is being reconstructed. Well, they're doing good work so far. There you are, Mary. So, first things first, what do you think of the Enclave? I must say, I'm quite proud of what my countrymen have accomplished in time. We even have an Aether right now, courtesy of the Onishishu. Be sure and attune to it, would you? Once it has the Warrior of Light's seal of approval, people might actually start using the thing. But on to the matter at hand. The ambassador has and his retinue are at my hall, taking their ease ahead of the negotiations. Aren't you there when the talking starts? It will serve to send a message to the Empire that Eorzea and Doma stand united. I'm not normally one for hollow posturing, but in this game of nations, such gestures carry weight. Bullshit from the delegation? Oh, and should you feel uneasy about speaking for the Scions, Alphinaud and Alice will also be there. You need only eat, drink, and look imposing. So, say you'll come. I'll be there. I knew I could count on you. When you're ready, come and join me at my humble abode. The Kainkan. The guardsmen will see you in. So I'm gonna switch over to Dark Knight for this. Because, you know, gotta seem like I'm Mary. Which reminds me, I should change the... There we go. There you go. The proper, well, attire that she's wearing. Is that rat still alive? If so, can I deal with him? I mean, possibly, but again, now he's actually under the employ of Hancock, so you cannot touch him. So it's to be a peace negotiation. I'm curious. Nice to know that you're actually excited about Dark Knight. I am curious to see what the ambassador brings to the discussion table. The residents took the news of the Imperial delegation well enough. It should be business as usual. Thanks to Master Alphinaud and Mistress Alice's assurances, the people are reacting calmly to Imperial presence. Damn shit, ass fuck. You really wanted his ass on the grill, huh? Lord Hien is expecting you. May I show you? Yeah.
On behalf of my delegation, I offer you my humblest thanks. Never did I imagine that I would meet the gallant and noble Lord of Doma himself. nor be welcomed into his magnificent hall.
I'm glad to hear of it, because if anything, do you blame? No, I do not blame you. I do not blame you, Jin. But if anything, I'm glad you are, because if anything, I would enjoy seeing you using, Dark Knight, or even Reaper more often, even Black Mage. Because if anything, I know for a fact that shit would be deadly in your hands. And I'm gonna be honest, if I see you actually doing it in RP, I'd be nothing but very fucking proud. I believe so. Well, I'm not sure, actually, because I forgot. We'll see, though.
You'll forgive me if we forgo the pleasantries. You say you are come to negotiate peace. Unless I am mistaken, such negotiations are typically conducted between sovereign nations. I was not aware that the Emperor had recognized Doma's sovereignty.
Mm-hmm.
His Radiance has yet to do so, that much is true. Know, however, that he has expressed willingness to cede Doma to her ancestral masters and treat with her as a friend. Since the days of Emperor Solus, the Empire has aggressively expanded its territory. While you may not agree with our founding father's policy of expansion, I believe there is room for discussion on the matter of his lifelong goal, to rid the world of icons. Icons are a blight upon this star. They cannot be suffered to exist. This you know as well as we. In his wisdom, Emperor Varus wishes to explore the possibility of an alliance to combat this common threat.
Wipes, it's here. You stole our baby brother's a Dark Knight. I'm so proud. That would be... Wow, me? And what do you mean? Be deadly? I mean, because of the fact that you radiate a lot of darkness, so you have a very high... You have a very high attunement to, let's just say, dark aspected ether. Darkness aspected ether. Enough so that, well, it would be somehow like too much darkness, too much of an imbalance on an ethereal soul would cause it to change into a amalgamation or abomination of that aspect of ether. But for you, it resides in you in harmony. And that's mostly because of your connection to the dark side of the Force. So with you, you're like a walking void. Literally a walking black hole with the amount of dark aspected ether that overtakes most of your soul.
On the condition that Dorma renounces summoning and pledges to police the Korgin's practice of it, his radiance would extend the hand of friendship.
Doma has never shown any appetite for summoning, and it should go without saying that we will address any threat to our people, icon or otherwise.
Oh, and so Zuki knows, Icon is just another word for saying primal.
With regard to the Korjin, I must stress that they only resorted to summoning under extreme provocation. When the Ruby Sea was at peace and their sacred relics safe, they looked not to their kami for protection. Yet even now there are certain parties who would destabilize the region with ill-conceived military forays. Unless they alter their course, we cannot hope to be rid of icons.
Quite. I can but apologize. In seeking to eliminate icons, the Empire creates them. 'Tis an irony among ironies. one with which the people of Eorzea are well acquainted, I am told.
Well, at least he understands the contradiction.
Indeed. Many summonings are the result of persecution, the weak being driven to call upon the divine for deliverance from the strong. So it was in Alamigo, the bitter fruit of Garlean oppression.
A tragic state of affairs. If we are to put an end to summoning once and for all, it shall not be through might, but harmony. Yet we continue to repeat our mistakes, oblivious to the lessons of history. My comrades and I would change all that. We, Populares, have campaigned long and hard for a shift in imperial policy. And at last, the Emperor has seen fit to lend us an ear. Alas, there is a faction within Garlemald that would obstruct our every attempt at reform. A collection of pure-blooded Garleans who seek to consolidate their own supremacy. The Optimates. Lest you wonder, theirs was the hand that loosed our forces on the Confederacy. 'Twas a regrettable incident, one that flies in the face of everything we believe. And I swear to do all in my power to prevent a reoccurrence.
That would be most welcome. But if I may speak plain, if the Empire itself is not of one mind, how can we be certain that any peace we negotiate will be honored?
He's not wrong.
I cannot blame you for doubting us. Indeed, I should find it strange if you did not. And so, in the name of building trust, I would like to make a proposal. A prisoner exchange. Under Garlean rule, no few Dormans were conscripted into the Imperial Army. We would repatriate them in return for those of ours you captured in the recent conflict. Naturally, any exchange would include the acting Viceroy.
Yotsu? What makes you think we have her?
Forgive me, my lord. Was it not your wish to speak plain? Let us not play games. I desire only to work to our mutual benefit. The Optimates tried and failed to take my sister by force. I would succeed by peaceable means, thereby strengthening my party's hand. 'Twould be a lie to say I would not also be glad of my sister's safe return.
A fellow plain speaker. How refreshing. Very well. Your proposal has merit, but I will need time to consider it.
Of course, my lord. May we remain in Dorma until you have come to a decision?
You shall be our honored guests. Yugiri, I leave the ambassador and his retinue in your care. See that they are well looked after.
You have our gratitude, Lord Hien. We shall look forward to your answer.
Of course, no more voice acting. Damn it. Well, that was unexpected. You can say that again. I still don't know quite what to make of it all, but on the surface, a prisoner exchange does seem a good way to begin. The question is, can they be trusted? They had naught to gain by divulging the details of their internal divisions. As it stands, we have no reason to doubt them. But the ambassador's mention of Yotsu left me ill at ease. It made his grand talk of peace seem uncannily like a lengthy preamble. You think this might all be a ruse to facilitate her retrieval? Perhaps, though I cannot fathom why they would go to such lengths. Yotsu may have been the acting viceroy, but she is not Garlean, nor even highborn. Her value must presumably lie in what she knows. Which brings us to the little matter of her memory loss. In her present condition, she would not yield any worthwhile intelligence, nor is she worth much as the bargaining piece. Alphino, you are well acquainted with the Imperial's methods. I would have your thoughts on this matter. My knowledge is at your disposal, Lord Ian. While the Ambassador's proposal is appealing in principle, it would remiss us not to give it due scrutiny. Indeed, though it seems to me I have little choice but to accept regardless. With so many of our brothers and sisters languishing in Imperial camps, I cannot well turn my back on a chance to secure their repatriation, only to calm me know when I will be afforded another. But ere we continue, shall we excuse these two? I fear what follows will bore them to tears. I was just about to show myself out as it happens. Come on, Mary. Let's leave Alphino to dispense his copious knowledge. Someone is still sore from being made to watch at Sakazuki. Go on and keep Alize company. We are safe enough for now. Speaking of, do you want to see, there you go. I'll show you Dark Knight in action. It's been a minute, so excuse me if I'm a little rusty. Oh boy, this place. Matoya's Relict. More like Matoya's massive forge. Oh, there it is. Oh, and look at that. Living shadow. Basically, create a copy of myself that also attacks the enemy. You basically create a dark, like a shadow of yourself that also attacks the enemy. Yeah, with same combos. Not only that, in your combo, you also regain, what's it called? Health and MP from doing your main combo. Following Hard Slash, Siphon Strike, and then Soul Eater. Quite literally what it does. You're... Quite literally what it names. Eating the souls of your enemies. In order to replenish yourself. Oh, I was not paying attention. That's my own fault. Oh boy. Here we go. Bitch. Not only that, but from using Edge of Shadow, you also give yourself a cooldown timer to increase the amount of damage you deal. Ow. I was a bit too late on that. There we go. Oh yeah, we also have a Viper on the team. Oh, he started out. He's literally level 80. He's a new guy. Yeah, they're new. Quite literally have all the beginner gear for Viper. There we go. Precisely. I know how dark and edgy and brooding you are anyways. So literally the moment I saw you, so literally the moment you started speaking in RP, I was like, okay, I gotta get this man on Dark Knight, because this is precisely who he is. The battle stance. Since Jin and Shira pack light side, so. And meanwhile, I'm the balance. Oh yeah, the victory stance is Cloud's little stance thing for when he's victorious. All right. Oh, fuck, of course. You're fine. Woo! No, you're fine. Yeah. Oh, man, they all left immediately. Oh, the bastards. They left me with the loot that I don't want to keep. At least one of them had the courtesy to leave me a commendation. But yeah, that's the showcase of Dark Knight. But, oh, excuse me, that's not full power. Because I'm still level 80. There's level 100 Dark Knight. Here, take a look. They have a couple more abilities called Oblation. Reduces damage taken by a target party member or self by 10%, a duration of 10 seconds. 2 charges. Basically, another damage mitigation. Salt and Darkness. All enemies standing in the corrupted patch of salted earth take additional unexpected damage with a potency of 500 for the first time and 25% less for all remaining enemies. So, salted earth is basically this. Creates a patch of salted earth at your feet, dealing unexpected damage with a potency of 50 to any enemies who enter. And this is what it looks like. Salted earth. It's basically like your own painful domain. You basically just deal damage to anybody who enters it, or anybody who's already in it when you throw it down. You have Hard Slash, the basic attack, Siphon Strike, which allows you to restore your own, ether while you're fighting. Unleash, which is, the AoE. Look at how beautiful that looks, huh? And then the next one after Unleash is Stalwart Soul. Unleash into Stalwart Soul. And then you have Unmend, which is technically your first, your first ranged attack. And then the last one of your main combo, Soul Eater. I knew you'd enjoy this. Then you have, used to be Flood of Darkness, now it's Flood of Shadow. I need a target. Matter of fact, I have an idea. Where is it? Here it is. Namai. They have training dummies I can use to show you. Where are those training dummies? There they are, over here. I believe this is it? Yep, this is it. Training dummies. Alright, so. The main combo. Hard Slash, Siphon Strike, then Soul Eater. And then you have other things. So, Flood of Darkness. That upgrades to Flood of Shadow. Literally just point your sword and shoot a whole bunch of darkness. After Flood of Darkness, you have Blood Weapon. Well, that upgrades into, I believe, Delirium? Yeah, that upgrades into Delirium, I think. Let me see. Blood Weapon, yep, upgrades to Delirium. Restoring MP upon landing skills. Okay. Delirium upgrades it. Each stack increases blood gauge by 10% and restores MP upon landing weapon skills or spells. And then you have Shadow Wall. Reduces damage taken by 30%. Duration of 15 seconds. And then you have Edge of Darkness, which upgrades to Edge of Shadow, which is basically the one you use if you want to do single target. And then you have Blood Spiller. Trying to regain some MP. Alright. And then you have something incredible called Dark Mind. It reduces physical damage taken by 10% and magic damage taken by 20%. And then you have the... Oh, and I kid you not, Zuki, this is the most important ability. Living Dead. Grants the effect of Living Dead. When HP is reduced to 0, meaning someone kills you, while under the effect of Living Dead, instead of becoming, well, knocked out or dead, your status will change to Walking Dead. Living Dead duration 10 seconds. Additional effect restores your HP with each weapon skill successfully delivered or spell cast. Cure potency 1500, meaning if someone is actually able to kill you, you don't die. You just become a walking dead. And afterwards, you basically gain the ability to siphon, like, the ether out of anyone and everyone who's technically the enemy. While under the effect of Walking Dead, though, most attacks will not lower your HP below 1. If, before the Walking Dead timer runs out, an amount of HP totaling your maximum HP is restored. The effect will change to Undead Rebirth. If this amount is not restored, you will be KO'd. Basically saying, if you do not talk about... too angry to die, yeah, deadass. But basically saying, if you do not, within 10 seconds, if you do not restore your HP to full, after activating Living Dead and becoming a Walking Dead, you will still die. So you have to make sure that there's an enemy for you to kill in order to regain your health. The Walking Dead duration is 10 seconds, basically. While under the effect of Undead Rebirth, most attacks will not lower your HP below 1. So, the moment that you regain your full health, yeah, the moment you gain... Yes, the class was made for Zuki. So... so, while under the... So, if someone does kill you, you're under the effect of Walking Dead. If you fully regain your health, like... What's it called? After the fact... You'll then go into Undead Rebirth, meaning, okay, you're fully healed, but anytime anything else tries to kill you, they can't kill you, because you'll just be left at the edge of death. At least for the rest of the duration, Walking Dead was, active. So if they try to kill you a second time within the duration of Undead Rebirth, they can't. It's basically a fuck you, you're fighting me for 10 seconds and I'm not dying. Even if your ass can kill me, I'm not dying. And then you have Shadow Strike. God, I hope I have a great reputation of being a Dark Knight. Lai has heard rumor of. Let's just say that you kind of do have a reputation, but we'll get on that later. Shadow Stride. You saw that, right? That's your travel ability. That's basically your like short range, like distance closer. Because, well, you're using a greatsword. You gotta close the distance somehow. And then you have Abyssal Drain, which does this, basically. Yeah, for real. And then you have this, Abyssal Drain. Basically, when there's a big group of people, you can shoot out Abyssal Drain and quite literally hit everyone. And you regain health for every person you've hit. Basically saying, oh hey, you're all fucked, but I'm also taking your health. After Abyssal Drain, you have Carbon Spit, which technically shares a recast timer with Abyssal Drain, so I'll show you in a sec. Then you have Blood Spiller, which is the one I was showing you. It's like the single target of when you have your blood gauge at a certain amount. Blood Spiller, another Blood Spiller, Blood Spiller. And then after Blood Spiller, you have Quietus. Quietus, which is your AoE for using the blood gauge. There you go. And then we have Carbon Spit. Oh, what happened? Did someone leave? But yeah, you have that Carbon Spit. And then you have Dark Missionary, which is kind of what makes Dark Knight a kind of utility kind of character. Because with this, Dark Missionary reduces physical damage taken by 5% and magic damage taken by 10% for yourself and nearby party members. And then you have the Blackest Night, which is basically saying you're putting a barrier over yourself. Literally using Dark Aspected Ether to put a barrier over you. This is the Dark Knight's version of a barrier. Watch this. See? And if that barrier is dispelled, you get a free use without using Ether to use Edge of Shadow or Flood of Shadow. If someone's able to, you know, destroy that barrier. And then, yeah, blood, blah, blah, blah. Then you have Living Shadow. Oh, man. This one's a bit fun. Let's see here. Right, Living Shadow. So yeah, he uses his own abilities too, to copy it. And yes, he technically uses the main, like, big abilities too, while fighting alongside you, as you just saw. If anything, once I get Dark Knight a bit more level up, I'll be able to show you the other abilities, because he gets something called Oblation, and then Salt and Darkness, then Shadowbringer, which is a really crazy one, but we'll get there soon. And then he gets two more. Shadowed Vigil. It's basically an upgrade to Dark, which is, what was it? To Shadow Wall. An upgrade to Shadow Wall, I think. Grants Vigilant. Restores HP when HP befall Shadowed Vigil. You basically reduces damage taken by 40%, but grants you Vigilant. Restores HP when HP falls below 50% or upon effect duration expiration. And the cure potency is quite high. I kid you not, it is quite high. That's like what, half your health? And then this Esteem. I don't know what this is, but it's powerful. Deals physical damage to all enemies in a straight line before you with a potency of 1000. Yes, that is powerful. And 25% less for all remaining enemies, meaning 1000 damage potency for the first enemy, and then 750 for everyone else. Oh yeah, they also have this. I don't know what this is about, but we'll find out. Probably, we'll find out. A bunch of these are actually pretty cool. There's Scarlet Delirium, Comeuppance, Torque Cleaver, and then Impalement. So yeah, that's Dark Knight. Back to what we were doing though. Need to go back to the Doman Enclave. I'm sorry, what? This guy actually looks legit. He looks legit cool. The Metian Vest? Huh. I've never heard of this one. I actually haven't gotten that delve. I actually haven't delved that deep into rumors about you guys ever since I introduced you guys and had you train. I will work on those later. Anyways, with Alice, a chance to relax at last. I know when I'm out of my depth. Mary, though no weapons are drawn, a negotiation is no less a battle. Mistakes can be every bit as high. One misplaced word and people could die. Take someone with a cool head and I'll be the first to admit, that's not me. So we're left with the eternal question. What to do while they prattle on? His forgotten home. What do you mean it's okay? Okay, it's back to 2. Okay, never mind. Alright, for want of a better suggestion, what say you to a brief tour of the newly liberated Doma? I'd be interested to hear how the people are faring, in their own words. And it's not as if we'll be missed here. Or will we? Mary, a moment, if you would. Oh? Ah, you agree. And Asahi, was it? You have some business with Mary? Business? No. Pleasure, my lady. I merely wish to exchange a few words with the famed Slayer of Gods and Champion of Eorzea. It is truly an honor. Such heartfelt admiration. One could almost forget that you're an envoy of the Empire. Oh, is that so strange? We may have stood on opposing sides in the past, but I see no contradiction in lauding the woman who would do battle with our common enemy. Unless you forget, this is my homeland. It would be remiss of me not to at least thank her for containing the threat posed by the Kojin's vile icon. Now, if I may continue, as we speak, Lord Heian deliberates over my proposal, and I will take this time to see the land I once called home. Possibly. I mean, depends in the manner of which you make them disappear. Not only that, but they're always together. They're never truly just alone, unless they absolutely need to be. Though Lady Yugri is certain to be a jovial escort, the excursion would be all the more enjoyable for your company, and safer besides. The ambassador has the right of it. He is not like to come to harm with you at his side. Will you join us? I'm quite sure he'll be safe with you, Yugiri. It would be my pleasure. In that case, I will join you as well. There is naught else to do until Lord Heian has reached his decision, and I can think of no finer way to learn more about the current state of Doma. It's settled then. The 4 of us shall make a brief excursion through Yanxia. Might we start at the town of Monzen? I would see what has become of Doma Castle. Very well, if you will allow me. If you will follow me. Well, technically, this is Mary's story, so I'll be playing Dark Knight from now on. At least while it's only for Mary. But what if and when I come into the picture, I will change to a different class. Whether something could be done about these mechanical soldiers. I'll admit, I was hoping for a more leisurely trip around Yanxia, but if it's a choice between this or listening to my brother rambling on, well, here I am. Oh, that's in like 3 hours. Well, two and a half hours, so. Nay, can this truly be Monzen, home to the cream of Doma's samurai? I heard that Yotsuyu intended to send some few of our automata here, and only by way of warning. It should not have come to this. Yotsuyu, oh yeah. Indeed, her savagery served only to incense the people and spur them to rise up and protest. It was folly to think such methods of governance could ever prove effective. The sooner we can begin to make amends for this senseless destruction, the better. Securing supplies and support for the reconstruction effort should not prove difficult, once our nations are formally at peace, of course. Yes, of course. If you would have a better view of what remains of the castle, we must proceed through the ruins. It is a travesty. A travesty. I remember the keep being so beautiful. In the light of the setting sun, one would swear it was aflame. It is indeed a doleful spectacle. Mayhap we will rebuild it one day, when we have finished helping our people to rebuild their lives. Spoken like a true popularis, the needs of the people must of course come first. Speaking of whom, would you be opposed to my seeing how they live firsthand? The village of Namai is but a short journey from here, if I'm not mistaken. By river, yes. If you will follow me, I will ready our boat. Oh? It's an instance. Alright. It has been some time since I last visited Namai. Yet, Issa often visits the enclave with young Azami, so we do not want for news from the village. This excursion has proved to be more relaxing than I expected. Okay. So, it seems like something's gonna happen because that's the sign of an instance. So that means there's gonna be fighting. Fuck it, Dragoon. I'm gonna do this old-fashioned. Ready to cast off? Alright. Yeah, screw it. I'll do this with Dark Knight. It's gonna be locked at level 70, so I won't have access to everything. The Blackest Night is what I will have access to. Up to everything here. Okay. Oh man, that means Edge and Flood of Shadow is gonna be dropped down to Flood of Darkness and Edge of Darkness. Could be worse. Ready to cast off? Tell me, are you guys still here?
Get back! I'm warning you!
Oh?
Someone's in trouble.
Oh. He jumped to action. Oh, shoot. Issa and the Red Code. Oh, Red Kojin. Fantastic.
Are you alright?
Hi.
What do they want with you?
Yuki! And you lot too! I don't know. We were returning from the Enclave when they came at us.
It seems they won't go quietly.
And neither will we.
Hmm. Oh.
Away with you!
It is nothing.
He's actually well versed in this. Oh, great. Reinforcement?
An opening.
He willingly stood in the way of in the way.
The art of my forebears.
Take my steel!
There you go.
That seems to be the last of them. You have nothing to fear, child. You are safe now.
Thank you, sir.
Oh. Hmm.
You saved us again. Thank you. If you're ever passing by our village, look us up. You'll always be welcome.
Thank goodness we arrived when we did.
Indeed. But what could have prompted the Red Kojin to stray so far from the Ruby Sea?
I presume these are the sellswords hired by Yotsuyu. If so, the answer is simple. Desperation. Bereft of imperial employment, they seek other means to line their coin purses. Another sad legacy of the Empire's mismanagement.
The Empire to which you have sworn allegiance.
Must you always be so pointed? If we are to bring about lasting change, we must look beyond narrow allegiances. You have every right to doubt me, but in time, I hope you will come to see that we share a common goal. You and yours have fought fiercely to change the Empire from without, but if we are to end the cycle of conflict, the Empire must change from within. Am I wrong?
Not about that. True reform can only come from within.
I knew you would understand. You have witnessed such change firsthand, after all, during your time in Ishgard.
Dear me, I had hoped to convey my views on our nation's shared hopes under more peaceable circumstances. Yet this regrettable little interlude did afford me a chance to see the famed hero of Eorzea in action. And few Imperial soldiers can say that. At least few who live to tell the tale. Oh, that he's right. A guilty conscience. Well, after that little ordeal, I believe it may be time for us to return to the Enclave. Return, my lord. What of Namai? You seem so eager to observe the villagers going about their daily lives. To be frank, I still am, but I rather doubt the good people of Namai would take kindly to the sight of a man in imperial uniform, with blood still dripping from his blade. Even in your company, my presence would only prove a distraction. Fret not, however. Thanks to the three of you, I have seen a great deal more than I otherwise would. And with any luck, Lord Hien would have finished considering my proposal by the time we return. This is why I love flying, because I can literally go as fast as I need. I can literally just fly over everything without having to take an actual, like, trail. I am very, very happy that they introduced flying literally as early as Heavensward. All free to travel in and out of the Enclave. Do you seek passage? Yes. Oh, it's breaking up again? Is it doing so for you too, Zuki? Can you guys hear me just fine, or is it being troublesome now? What's this? Okay, then it's probably just an issue with Jin. Oh, wow. Okay. The One Garden, the Enclave Barracks, the 10,000 Stalls, Tenkanto. Thank you again for agreeing to join me. If not for your aid, the Kojin may well have overwhelmed us. Pray, go on ahead. Lord Hien is expecting you. I will remain without and keep watch over our guest. Well, we had best not keep him waiting. I understand you served as the ambassador's escort. My thanks. I trust you will inform Lord Hien of our encounter with the Red Kojin. We are to deter them from encroaching on Yanxia, and our response must be swift and decisive. I was like, you were breathing into the mic. Okay. I'm getting tired of hearing that I'm breathing into the mic. Yep, I have to do the voice acting myself. Fuck. Welcome back, my friend. Yugiri tells me you accompanied her and Asahi on a tour of Yanxia. I had hoped you might take the opportunity to recover from your exertions at Sakazuki. But I gather your time was well spent. Until the ambassador avoids Yugiri a chance to make a full report, however, I must rely on you to supply the details, so please, tell us how it all unfolded. The Red Kojin? Here? Have there been any other such incidents since the liberation? Not that I am aware of. If they are planning some new venture here at Yanxia, we will need to increase patrols. In any event, I am indebted to you for fighting them off. But tell me, and don't be modest, was Asahi truly the first to leap to the youngster's aid? He was. He said, BRB, he says. I was quick to doubt him when we first met, but his desire to save them seemed quite genuine. It's possible he truly believes what he's saying. What do you make of the ambassador? Because of Mary's own intuition, she says, I still don't think he can be trusted. And the question of what his true intention may be remains. Regardless of his aim, I am resigned to playing his game. For now, at least. Oh, that's fun. Then give me a second. Okay. Does it sound better? Cool. Alright. Well, forswearing summoning should be simple enough, considering you never dabbled in it in the first place, which just leaves the somewhat thornier question of how to police the Red Kojin. It was with that very question in mind that I sought Alphino's console. Thanks to his knowledge of the icons and the rituals used to invoke them, I believe we've identified a workable solution. As you will recall, Susanoo was summoned forth using the power of relics locked away in the Kojin's treasure vault on the Isle of Zeki. Though said relics remain there to this day, it is all but certain that the act of summoning exhausted their stores of ether, making subsequent summonings impossible. Assuming that is the case, preventing the primal's return rests on denying the Red Kojin the means to amass new stores of ether. Either via the acquisition of crystals or the relics they are wont to collect. For this, I plan to enlist the aid of our friend, the Blue Kojin. Since Doma's liberation, we have forged closer bonds with Funshin and his people. And with their support, I'm quite confident we can keep the Red from obtaining what they require to call upon this Susanoo, and one of the prisoners. It will be exchanged as agreed, and I will give full credit to Asahi for the success of the transaction. If there is aught we can do to help the populares garner favor, I mean to see it done. But first, I have some unfinished business to attend to. Would you all come with me? Yes, of course. But what manner of business? A past mistake which I would see put right. One which has weighed heavy on my mind. Oh boy.
I had her brought here in secret while the three of you kept our guest company.
Oh.
The world has not been kind to you, it is true. But that does not excuse your sins. You should be at the bottom of the river. Yet here you are, the living, breathing proof of my failure. A failure for which I would now make amends.
What did I do? I don't remember. Was it really so terrible? Tell me, please! What did I do?
You speak of sins, my lord. But at whose feet do those sins lie? With the soldiers who committed the crimes, or those who commanded them to do so? With both, I would say. For all have a conscience, and all must choose. But with no memory of who she is, or what she has done, what sin remains to be cleansed?
You ask that I show mercy.
I ask why the heavens saw fit to deny me my rest.
Just in case you guys forgot, Gosetsu actually used to work for Garleans, but then he defected, and then started working for Heian's father.
Why, Yotsuyu was spared not only death, but the bitter memories of her life.
You truly think it the will of the Kami? If so, Her life is not mine to take. It is yours to safeguard.
And there you go.
Come the hour of the exchange, if her memories have not returned, she may remain here in Doma to live out her days as Tsuyu. But if they do, the Guardians shall have their viceroy. Though the people will protest, they will come to accept my decision when they have been reunited with their loved ones.
Thank you, my lord.
Now then, I believe we have kept our guest waiting long enough. Did Gosetsu not seem strange to you? His sympathy for your Tsuyu apart, I mean. I know his powers of endurance only too well, but after all he has suffered, even he should not be on his feet. He puts on a brave face for our sakes, but it would not surprise me if he lacked the strength to raise his blade. Though I suppose if he and Yotsu are to enjoy a life of peace and quiet, he will have little use for it. It falls to us to shape that future, one in which he need never again set foot on the battlefield.
Amen. Well, here's hoping. The old man's earned a bit of peace. Oh man, I was hoping to snack some more. Rise of a New Sun. With the Otsuyu safely in Gosetsu's care, all that remains is to answer Asahi's proposal. I realize other matters demand your attention, but I will ask that you stay a while longer to see this business through. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, that was me eating chips.
My apologies. Our deliberations took longer than expected.
Think nothing of it. The time afforded me the opportunity to go on a rather rousing excursion through Yansha. You have reached a decision then?
Yeah, just leave it be.
We are willing to cooperate with you in combating the Icon threat, and also in the exchange of prisoners. Assuming you accept our conditions, of course. As you know, your sister is in our care. Due to certain complications, however, we are hesitant to release her into your custody.
Complications?
She was inside Doma Castle when it collapsed. Though she survived, she remembers nothing of her past life, not even her name. To clarify, she is in our care not as a prisoner, but as a vulnerable citizen of Doma.
Are you saying you refuse to release her?
Not at all. If her memory returns before the appointed hour.
And if not, what exactly? You will accommodate her here in Doma?
Well, I sincerely doubt she will be of any great strategic value to the Empire. She spends her days daydreaming of Dango.
Dango? How dreadful. Very well. In light of our recent misstep in Sakazuki, it seems only fair that I show you the same understanding you have shown us.
I'm gonna be honest. If I was with Mary, I would have automatically recognized that he didn't even try to address Yotsuyu's past. Because I'm pretty sure he knows more than he lets on. Alright. But, if anything, to me, even as a stepbrother, she should at least be glad that she at least doesn't remember her past. Well, every grueling part of her past that made her who she is now.
Though I do have one small request. Regardless of Yotsuyu's value to the Empire, she is yet my sister. Before I leave, might you permit me to speak with her in private?
Of course. Perhaps you could even bring her a plate of dango. She would be most pleased. Yugiri will see you to her chambers.
Ah. Forgive me, my lord, but has he not been gone over long? Perhaps I should... Calm yourself, Gosetsu. I understand your concern, but we have to wait. He deserves that much. I am sorry to have kept you all waiting. Thank you for your understanding. Long did I dream of this reunion, but never did I imagine it would be so joyless. Part of me hoped your stories of her condition were just that, but alas, it is as you say. Tsuyu, do you remember anything of this man? Anything at all? No. I'm a stranger to her. That much was clear to me from a single look. I leave her in your care. As you wish. Now, if you will excuse me, my superiors are long overdue of a report. They will be elated to hear of our agreement. Of that, I have no doubt. As for the exchange itself, once I have obtained the relevant permissions, I will arrange for your people to be relieved of their various duties and sent here to Yangsha. This will take time, of course. Of course. You may rest assured your soldiers will be well cared for until your return. We will also begin taking steps to better counter the threat of the Kojin and their icon. Before you take your leave, there was one other matter. I'm informed that it was you who took the lead in rescuing 2 young domans from a band of Kojin sellswords. I have not yet had time to thank you properly. Please, there is no need to thank me. I only did what anyone would do under the circumstance. Fortunately, I was in good company at the time. The blight of the Red Kojin is of the Empire's making. Were it not for our transgressions, those children would not have needed saving. The people of Doma have suffered enough, my lord, and I promise to do all in my power to spare them further pain, be it at the hands of the Kojin, or indeed the Empire. I pray the Emperor will see things as you do. There may yet be hope for us all. Until we meet again. Gotsetsu. As before, I leave Yotsuyu to you. I invite the rest of you to join me outside. Let's treat Asahi to a proper farewell. The ambassador's airship awaits at Castrum Fluminus. Let us be off. Oh man, I have to do more voice acting. I
wish you a safe journey.
Never mind.
This has been a most enjoyable visit. I look forward to our next meeting. Maxima, would you take the others and see that all is ready for our departure? I simply cannot leave without first giving thanks to the Warrior of Light for accompanying me through Yansha.
Oh man.
Mark me, savior of the savages. There will be a reckoning.
Oh.
You've nowhere left to run, traitor!
Ignorant savages! Killing us will avail you naught. For every Imperial you cut down, 1,000 more will come. Abandon this foolish endeavor and surrender. You may yet serve our righteous cause.
How dare you speak of righteousness? You who forsook kith and kin to serve conquerors! Be glad I grant you this mercy. What in the... Reinforcements? No, just one! Cut him down!
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
This one is... promising. Who remains to offer us resistance?
A host of rebels led by Lord Cayenne hold the Enclave across the river.
Lord Cayenne?
The king of the former king of Dorma, sir. They say he is one of the greatest swordsmen alive.
Is that what they say?
Who was that?
Surely you jest. That was Xenosier Galvus, legatus of the 12th, the Crown Bloody Prince. I heard he was strong, but that was frightening.
That was Lord Xenos. Everything you are, your power, even your face, it vexes me. Go on. Lash out like the beast you are at an emissary and jeopardize the newfound peace between Dorma and the Empire. My lord was destined to lead us unto a glorious new age. Your light is nothing to his radiance. I will cherish this moment, lock it away within my heart, until the day we meet again.
You look troubled, my friend. Was it something he said?
Of all the memories to witness.
I had my doubts about him, but I would never have guessed he was a disciple of Xenos. My lord.
Okay, can you hear me now? Because I know for a fact I did not mute it. Damn near dropped it. Wait a minute, what am I doing? Why am I... Oh wait, hold on. Let me see something. I forgot, why am I using this wire when this other wire is longer?
Calm yourself, Ugidi. I set no store by him or his enlightened brethren.
Okay, yeah. My controller's dying. Hold on. There we go. Now it's recharging.
But if by treating with them there is even the faintest hope, we might secure the return of our conscripted brothers and sisters, I must play this game. After the way I risked their lives in the rebellion, I owe them that much.
My lord, you bear no blame for their fate.
If not blame, then responsibility. They were prisoners, and still I chose to fight, knowing they could be executed in retaliation. But now we have a chance to bring them home. If it means bargaining with the monster, so be it.
My lord.
Besides, I think he likes me, which is more than some can say.
That was a good joke. Even I have to admit, that was a good one. And here we are back to no voice acting. Motherfucker. It makes no sense. Still sure I can't take a pop shot. I mean, you think he's still alive? It makes no sense. Why would he bother keeping up the pretense for so long, only to drop it right before the very end? Perhaps he no longer thought it necessary, having secured Doma's cooperation in the prisoner exchange. If he truly is a disciple of Xenos, his possible emotion simply got the better of him. Remaining calm around the man who slew his lord will have taken its toll. Whatever the explanation, now is not the time for hasty reprisals. No, oh no, not... What? Asahi? No, I said the fish people. Like, those small little fishy bastards work for Hancock. Whatever the explanation, now is not the time for hasty reprisals. We shall proceed as planned. The Red Kojin must be placed under surveillance and the Garlean prisoners made ready for the exchange. But you need not concern yourself with the details. Leave the affairs of Doma to us. When the hour of the exchange draws near, we will call for you. Oh, and I only mean the ones that... So Suyu is most likely dead. I actually have no idea. We'll see. But... what's it called? Only the fish people. Only the fish people in Kugane. Currently in Kugane? I think so, yeah. Oh yes, yes. Asahi is dead. But like I was saying though, the fish people, the ones in Kugane, are the ones under the employ of Hancock. That's fine. Okay. Anyways, yeah, the fish people in Kugane are the ones under the employ of Hancock. So no, you cannot roast them. Asahi, I believe he's dead. Yeah. No, sorry. Leave the affairs of Doma to us. When the hour of the exchange draws near, we will call for you. I should certainly hope so. Whatever the Empire's true intent, we would be on hand to play our part, either to defend Doma, or to help usher in a lasting peace. Yeah, that's Kugane. The port city is Kugane. And like I said, he's under Hancock's employ, so you cannot touch him. Him and his other fishy brethren. I had thought we might use this time to return... Shit is crazy. I had thought we might use this time to return to Eorzea, but given the volatility of the situation, mayhap it would be best if we remained in Kugane. Agreed. Between Yotsuyu's amnesia and Asahi's dubious agenda, I say we have ample reason to remain in the neighborhood. If anything should happen, anything at all, you must send for us at once. Oh, I will. And on that you have my word. Charting a path through this sea of troubles promises to be difficult enough. I am not so proud as to attempt the feat alone. To Kugane, then. Tataru and the others must know of what transpired here. And you must return to Tataru to have your head chewed off. Oh yeah, he definitely needs to he's definitely gonna return to getting his head chewed off. The Ruby Bazaar. What the? This man legit looks the most modern. That's literally what it's called, the Phantom Bayonet Ombre. That's cool. Not the dad fit. I bet you he's an actual dad too. I kid you not. There are fathers who play this game. Green. Oh, excuse me. My, seems you're all in quite the predicament. Well, should we receive any urgent message from Dama, rest assured, you'll be the first to know of it. Yes, of course. We're discussing ideas to replenish our coffers, but I suppose that all can wait if any urgent news should come through the office. About that, I wish to apologize, Tataru. It was reckless of me to make such a purchase without first consulting. You may be certain, however, that I mean to reimburse the Scions, even if it means drawing upon my personal funds. That's very thoughtful of you, but I'm sure it won't come to that. If Soroban's business proposition is as promising as it sounds, Mary should have no difficulty wiping the red from our ledger. Forgive me, Mary. It would seem I have unwittingly heaped my financial troubles upon you. I swear I will pay you back, though I fear I will struggle to cobble together anything of monetary value. Knowledge I can gather in abundance. To start, I plan to investigate the divisions forming within the Empire. Mayhap Real and his associates have heard something on the subject. I hate it here. Oh, I was about to say. Regardless, the more we know about the politics of Garlemald, the better our chances of predicting the Imperial's next move, which might yield you an advantage on the day of the prisoner exchange. Knowing what we do of Asahi's apparent resentment towards you, I cannot say that he hopes to gain from it. But if there is even the faintest chance that a lasting peace could be forged between Doma and the Empire, what choice have we but to try? Lord Tian had the right of it. Asahi may very well be a monster, but we must play his game for now. Hour and a half. Literally in the next hour and a half it will start. That's unless they decide to change it. Arranging the prisoner exchange proved easier than I thought. Yes, my lord will be most pleased. Everything is going according to plan. His lord? And who, per se? Oh.
Can you truly remember nothing? Nothing at all?
Were we friends?
Yes, we were good friends, you and I. In fact, I've brought you a gift. I pray that one day soon, as you gaze into that mirror, you will remember the woman staring back at you.
I have no idea. This shit has been fucked since, well, a couple months ago.
It's so pretty. Who are you? Who are you?
How are you feeling, my lord?
Okay. Jin, are you here? I just need to be sure you're here. Also, is my mic better? Okay. Zuki, are you here? I just want to make sure everyone's here. Also, I understand that there's no voice acting now, so I gotta do this shit myself. Or at least, I think I do. Alright. How are you feeling, my lord?
Fine, now leave me.
Lo and behold, look who's back. Trust me when I say, Zuki, I'm pretty sure Jin is more confused than you are. Whatever Asahi is planning, we cannot let him have his way. After all Lord Tian has done, the Empire cannot be suffered to hinder Doma's restoration. Gosetsu and Tsuyu. Lord Xenos himself. Ah, Mary. Impeccable timing. We have just received a letter from Lord Ian. He writes that the Domans are coordinating their efforts with the Blue Kojin to maintain a constant watch over the Red. By staying on the lookout for signs of crystal hoarding and the like, they mean to nip any summoning attempts in the bud, thereby satisfying the conditions for peace set down by the ambassador. Oh, right, before we continue. I'm in a nerf war? Bruh. I have no idea what this means, but okay. My question still stands. I'm surprised you didn't react to the fact that Xenos is still alive. Or rather, they showed him. Like as if he was a patient in a medical ward. By staying on the lookout for signs of... Oh, yeah. For the Guardian's part, the Populares have sent word that a vessel bearing Doman conscripts is soon to arrive in Yangsha, so it would seem that the prisoner exchange is to proceed as planned. Lord Ian requests your presence, and I share his view that you should be on hand at this critical juncture. According to the letter, Yoltuyu's memory has yet to return, so it looks like she'll be living out the rest of her days in Doma, assuming the ambassador means to honor the agreement, of course. Before we get to that, however, I think it would be wise to assess her condition one last time. If the Domans have missed any change in her mental state, however slight, it would be better if Asahi weren't the one to spot it. Agreed. Let us make straight ways for the Enclave, then. Lord Ian will be waiting. Oh, and just so you know, I trust you will cope in our absence, Tonsor. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. Just be sure to come back safely. So what's it called? If I remember correctly, it was around this time that there was a week-long grace period before anything else was done. Before they, continued this part. Because, well, it still takes time. Ah, I see my letter reached you across the Ruby Sea. Thank you for coming so swiftly. Though I wrote at some length on the subject of the forthcoming exchange, there was one other matter I neglected to mention. It concerns Gosetsu. As you may have observed, he returned from his ordeal rather the worse for wear, despite his best efforts to conceal his condition. Or perhaps because of them, he recently collapsed. Oh! Good God, is he alright? Confining to bed and grumbling without cease, but he has shown signs of recovery. He made me promise not to tell you, lest you worry unduly, which was all very well when you weren't here. Now that you are, however, I think at high time he received some of his visitors. Might you spare him a moment? Yoltu has scarce left his side, and I imagine you are curious to see what has become of her as well. We will visit him at once. Mary, Alice, shall we?
Open wide now.
Oh.
Please, Tsuyu. I'm not so frail that I cannot feed myself.
But you were just about to be fed.
I grow weary of the taste of gruel.
Oh, what the
You
hell?
don't like it? Can I fetch you something else?
Hey, Titi. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Family just came by, if any of y'all are still here. Is anyone still here? Three.
Aye, wine! Or if that is not wholesome enough, I don't know. A sweet persimmon from Namai? I enjoyed them in my youth.
Oh. He's feeling old. Oh?
Nay, pay me no mind. I am full. Besides, we have guests.
he deigned to allow himself to look old in front of his and next to his old battle buddies.
We are not interrupting your meal. We had heard you were confined to bed and thought you might welcome some visitors.
Confined to... a gross exaggeration.
Still though, y'all here? Oh, no one's here. That sucks. Bathroom now. You can eat shit for that comment, saying I'm holding on to the walls. Zuki. Anyways.
A trifle drained from my exertions, perhaps, but with a little rest, I shall be fighting fit again in no time.
Take off your clothes.
Yeah.
Gosetsu, is this how you've been spending your time?
My lady, I assure you, this is not.
To get
Off
his...
with them. We need to wash you. You stink. What are all these scars? There are so many of them.
A life of battle will leave its mark upon a man.
And a few of... Oh! A memory.
Is something wrong, Tsuyu?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I just want to make sure you guys are still here, at least. The mirror had something to do with something. Possibly.
It's nothing. I'm fine.
But leave me be, woman. I will not be fussed over like some newborn babe.
You should be more kinder. She should at least act a little bit more kinder. She's willingly taking care of him. They make a convincing pair, do they not? On first acquaintance, I would think him a doting grandsire and her a model grandchild. Indeed, had someone told me a year ago that I would live to bear witness to such a scene, I would have declared them mad. That aside, I am relieved to see Gosetsu has lost none of his spirit. But what a turn of events. I mean, for her to suddenly be watching over him. You couldn't make it up. Although I suppose Gosetsu is an old man. With the way he charges through life, it can't be easy to forget. It can be easy to forget. Aye. He has resisted decrepitude with the same defiance he showed the enemies of Doma. But no matter how adamant his will, no man can carry on forever. He has pushed himself beyond the limits of endurance too many times. Even if his health returns, the fact remains he will never again be the warrior he once was. He has given his all for liege and land, and we will ask no more. And what of his nurse? If Yotsuyu is feigning that, well, she certainly has me fooled. This is no pretense. Yugiri, out of all of us, I would think you the hardest to convince. So, what makes you so sure? I've been spying on Yotsuyu from the shadows, waiting for the misstep that would betray her charade for what it is. But her mask has never slipped. Not once. She has remained in character from the first. One evening I watched her as she sat in her chambers, unguarded and alone. She had taken additions from the cupboard and was pretending to prepare dinner right there on the tatami. A child's game. Even the warriorest shinobi would not go to such lengths. I can but conclude that her mind is truly broken. Oh, that's good enough for me. Everyone else, I would hazard. Aye, the matter is settled. Yotsu will become Tsuyu and begin a new life here in Doma. Before that can happen, however, we will need to present her to the ambassador one last time, to prove that her memory is truly gone. But I will not risk parading her in front of our returning conscripts. Her presence at the exchange would only stir up mutinous thoughts. Understandably, she as good as fastened the chains around the neck. Aye, which is why I mean to conclude this business with Tsuyu first, out of the sight of my countrymen. Will you help me? We are at your service. There is no higher purpose than the pursuit of peace. My thanks. The Garleans are on their way, and we must prepare to welcome the ambassador. We will meet at the docks with Tsuyu. If anything, I'm gonna end it here for now, because, well, there might be a lot more exposition and a lot more, and just when I say this will lead to a lot of things. So I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna just focus on, like, maybe leveling up Dark Knight a bit, and then I will get back to you guys on the next continuation of the stream. But I will end it right here. Peace out, guys.